Oh God. How y'all doing today, man? I was just sitting back thinking about Edge and how could you compare it to the new school dogs? See, it's like you can clearly see the dwarfism in a dog when it's short and has this oversized head, just super large head. And it don't even look right head. Cairo had a 25-inch head. That's what he had. A 25-inch head. Back then the dogs was having normal births. Wasn't having these C-sections. It was C-sections that was happening back then too. But you have a whole breed of dogs now. The whole line. Everybody's line, it don't matter who got the line. The dog has to have a C-section. That's from the Bulldog, the Boston Terrier, the Pug, a combination of all three mixed to a Pit Bull. Because most of the time they'll take a Pug. Yeah, a Pug has been bred to a Bully Dog or a Pit Bull dog to get something different. So it has been done. A Boston Terrier the same way. When they was doing the Bostons, the word came out that we don't like the brindle. So the Boston Terrier immediately got eliminated from the creation of what you see today. This is why you don't see many black dogs. You don't see many brindle dogs. They eliminated him. To me, personally, when it comes to the Boston, I think he looked too much like a Razor's Edge dog. See, because when you have people trying to tear down a dog, you don't want to make dogs that look like the dog. So let's get rid of the Boston. That was the first thing that went. That's why you don't see the brindles no more. Razor's Edge had a lot of brindle to it. Still do. It's got a brindle to it. Smoke gray, light blue, fawns. But when you get to seeing all these other colors, you know, like just whole litters of tricolored dogs and dogs that look like dobies, that's a cross. That's a cross. Cairo had a 25-inch head. A normal head that came from Pit Bulls. Came from Staffordshires. And you know, the Watchdog was included. I want to ask you guys, because I read something that said that the Mastiff helped to make the Watchdog. And that's where he got his blue coat from. Was the Mastiff. So, you know, let me know if that's something that you read upon too. Because there was a Watchdog, and he was a pit fighting dog. He was considered a pit bull. But that's neither here nor there. Cairo was also a 90-pound dog. Bulldogs are just fat dogs, period. You know, so when you get a bulldog and he breeds to a bully and you create a 90-pound dog, well, your bully was probably already 60. He had to be like 60 pounds, 50, 60. Some of them probably was bigger than that. Then you had this bulldog over here, and he weighing in at the same damn thing, probably. So therefore, you're going to get a heavy dog. But Cairo was a heavy dog that came. He has some gaff in there. You know, he has some pit bull in there. There's some staff in there. Wasn't very big, you know, like none of the dogs that you see today. He didn't look short like that. When you see Cairo, he did not look like that. He looked like a pit bull. I think I got a few pictures on Face the Bully of Cairo. He looked like a pit bull. He looked like a Staffy pit compared to some of the dogs you see today. The bully was made to look like a pit bull on steroids, but it was made to look like a pit bull. That look is gone when you look at a dog today, and you see a bulldog, and the wrinkles are even back. The wrinkles are back on the dogs. You could clearly see the cross. It was a lie to sit there and say that the bulldog was needed to be crossed into the American bully. Why? It was never needed. It destroyed the dog. The dog already had a 25-inch head, and it was 90 pounds. It was 19 inches off the ground. It was already 19 inches off the ground. You took a 19-inch dog, a creation, man, that was put together good for the bully game. 19 inches off the ground. You took this dog, you shortened his lineage down to 13, 10, 9, 6 inches, 9 inches. That's destruction. That's tear down. The dog was made to be 19 through 21 inches. Now he ain't even 15 inches. It's not funny, but what's the reason? You gotta ask what's the reason. And then again, you don't even want to know the reason if you want to just say, you know what? In the ring, there should only be it should be a left and a right side. On the left side, you got all Razor's Edge. No. On the left side, you got all the bullies. You got all these bullies over here. Everything that y'all created. And on the right side, where it was all created the right way, you got Razor's Edge. I see the bully game, in order to have a real competition in the bully game right about now, it need to be separated from the bullies need to be on their side, and Razor's Edge dogs, period, need to be on the other side. There needs to be a bully dog show, and there needs to be a Razor's Edge dog show. It's kind of like almost to the point where y'all disrespecting Razor's Edge. I thought y'all said this was about Razor's Edge and the dogs were 25 years old. There's not a dog in the bully game right now that is not Razor's Edge that's 25 years old. These dogs they're not 25 years old. Those aren't the dogs you see from a long time ago. These aren't the dogs. Y'all know that. I didn't show the magazines on this channel. I'm not near those books, but I could get those books again and show the books that y'all can never even get your hands on. Y'all can't even get your hands on the Atomic Dog magazine. And I can. And ain't nothing in the Atomic Dog look like nothing that you got. Nothing that you got. Old school shit. The real 25-year-old dogs is in these books. And you can't see your dogs. There's no old school dog. No, there's no new school dog that's 25 years old. Miyagi not 25 years old. Bullseye not 25 years old. Spitfire not 25 years old. What dog in today's American bully world would be considered a dog that would be 25 years old? He's not 25 years old. Y'all dogs probably like in between 10 and 15 years old. 10 and 15 years old. When you see a dog looking like a bulldog, that is not a 25-year-old dog. That's a remade dog. You just remade the dog. It's a very broad topic right now of how you can see. There's not one dog that look like an American bully no more. You have to like the small dogs in order to say that that dog look like a bully now. You have to like that shit. If you like dogs, you like American bullies, and you're a walker, you can't like that little ass dog. He can't go outside and walk. That's a destruction. That's a tear down. What did the owner of Razor's Edge say? How Razor's Edge is supposed to be? Has drive, has prey drive. A description of the Razor's Edge. It has prey drive. The dog has prey drive. He's an intimidating dog. When you look at him, he look like he can scare the hell out of you. He's a very intimidating dog. Your bulldogs are not intimidated. People look at those dogs and want them because they're cute. They're pretty. Oh, look at this dog. He's so cute. Their Razor's Edge was an aggressive dog. It's an aggressive dog. It probably might bite at another dog like Cash did when he tried to bite at that muscle tone dog. They're aggressive dogs. Aggressive to males. Aggressive to male dogs. Females might be aggressive to the females. A pit bull on steroids was the slogan. A pit bull on steroids. That's a nice sized dog. He's 19, 21-inch dog on steroids, though. You took a 19 and a 21-inch dog and put him on steroids. No hip dysplasia, no arthritis, none of that. No dwarfism, even though Paco, the samurai, was a product of dwarfism from Razor's Edge, and it looked nice. But it was dwarfism. It was bred too tight. But it looked nice. It was bigger than your dog. For real, and that's not a stab at the dogs. That's just saying bigger than your dog. He wasn't 13 inches. At 13 inches, what can you make a dog do? Why do you get fascinated to see your dog even run? At 13 inches, it's a fascination to see that dog run. That's why they should have stayed at 19 inches. And if you want to keep them at 13 inches, wouldn't it be fair to put Razor's Edge in one corner and y'all dogs in the other one? Wouldn't it only be fair? Because most of the time, if you look at a ring today, and Razor's Edge is up in there against one of these dogs, he won't win. The Razor's Edge dogs don't even win no more when they go up against these bulldogs. And that's not fair. Didn't everybody get mad when you started registering your dogs UKC? Because it was said ABKC was your home. It's what fought for you, the American Bully. What American Bully right now was they fighting for back then? Really? Ask yourself that. What American Bully, what American Bully right now was they fighting for back then? They wasn't even fighting for Dax, bro. They was fighting for Razor's Edge. Fighting for what was called Gotti Line. But was Gray Line. Fighting for Gray Line. Fighting for you. For you gangbangers. They called you a gangbanger. Kicked you out the park. Kicked all of us out the park. If you was there that day, kicked you out the park, called you a gangbanger. That's what the UKC did to you. So the ABKC was created. And it was created for Razor's Edge and Gotti, which was Gray Line. It was created for not today's dogs, for those dogs back then. So why not celebrate those dogs? Those were your pit bulls on steroids. Today's dogs is just small or dwarfs, man. They're just really just small dwarfs, and it's like, well, what do you? If you're gonna change the whole bully game, what purpose does it serve? What purpose does it serve if you're gonna change the whole bully game? You know, a lot of those dogs look like they got lameness. Lameness, yeah, lameness. You know what I'm saying? Difficulty in getting up and down. We discussed this before. Reduced range of motion in the joints. We've discussed this before. Gonna keep discussing it because you got to, because this is the way you're creating the dogs. So you need to know about inflammation. Man, you need to know how your dogs, you thinking that's buffness on your dog. No, his arms are inflamed. You just got buffness from out of nowhere. No, that's how dogs come when you breed them to pugs. Look at my dog, wherever he at. That's how they come when you breed them to the Frenchie. The Frenchie and the pug will make a nice thick dog. Then you take it back to a teacup Chihuahua and breed it to some Shih Tzu or something. You just go crazy with it. That's what's really being done in the exotic world. But in the bully world today, it's a lot of dwarfism being created. This is real dwarfism in them dogs, man. That's real, and you need to start, if you're going to create a dwarf, start checking into the elbows and the stiff joints and things like that, because that's what's going to come along with these dogs. What happened to the dogs, these big exotic named dogs of like 4 and 5 years ago? Where are those dogs at today? Can we see those dogs today? I would like to see how Magoo looks today. I really would. I would like to see how Mr. Beans looks today. How are they getting by? I would like to hear him breathe. What other dogs were along, about 4 or 5 years ago that we want to see today? Not taking stabs at them or nothing, but can we see that dog today? So we can see if it's still living and, does it have that longevity like a pit bull and a staff? Will it live forever like a, damn near Razor's Edge will? Will it live like that? Can we see those dogs today? I would like to see some of the old dogs, the ones that allegedly started off the bully game. They didn't start off this bully game. They started off the one that, people are in right now. But the one that's 25 years old, they didn't start that shit. You couldn't have. You're not in the books. You're not in those books. Atomic Dog never recorded that stuff. The dogs that they had they were big, massive size. Massive size dogs damn near, man. 120-pound dog is a big dog. Why would you shorten a 120-pound dog down to a 13-inch dog? What's the reason? It gotta be a reason to do stuff. What's the reason? I just want to know the reason. How come when you shorten the dogs down, you never put the dogs on the paperwork? Why did they all turn tricolor? Was they really mixed to a miniature pinscher? Was they really mixed to that? There's a lot of tricolored dogs. All these questions from all these new dogs. You can't say this is 25-year-old stuff. This is brand new. And they keep getting newer and newer, like the velvet. The new dogs, the velvet, the cream, the pink. So I think sometimes you should celebrate Razor's Edge, man. You know what I'm saying? Because Razor's Edge is the reason your ass is even here today. You walk around that ABKC ring, y'all got them dogs walking around that ring like they the ones that kicked the dough in. None of them bulldogs kicked in this dough. Y'all got them dogs just going around that ring like they the best thing ever hit the floor. No, they not. You got to pull that dog. You see them dogs can't even move. You see them dogs can't breathe. Y'all don't watch the dog shows. That's what it is. Obviously, you don't. If you can look in that ring and see that them dogs can't even fucking move. And these are the dogs that allegedly brung the bully game to the top. The ABKC to the top. Hell no. Hell no. No, you're lying. And y'all should that's the reason you gotta respect Razor's Edge. I just wanted to say why you should respect Razor's Edge. Because that's the 25-year-old dog that they talking about in the Gray Line dogs. You don't got Atomic Dog magazine. You don't got no bully shit. So you don't know what to look at. Never saw Excalibur. You never saw a picture of Excalibur. You don't even know who Excalibur is. You don't know none of the old school dogs, man, that I got right here in these books. And that's a shame, man, because, you know, now we look at the dogs, they slow. You know what? A small dog is a sick-ass looking dog, man. Them dogs look pretty. Now, don't get it twisted like I don't like the small dogs. Them dogs look sick as hell. I like them little small dogs. But, you know, when it come to being a bully, a pit bull on steroids, that's not a pit bull on steroids. That's a bulldog on steroids. Now, if you want to ask me, do I like a bulldog on steroids? Yeah. Yeah, I like a bull. Call him by his name, though. He ain't a bully. He's a bulldog on steroids, right? And then he took it and crossbred it. And he crossbred it so many times and didn't put it on the paperwork. And then people got mad because they wanted the truth to be revealed. The truth is Razor's Edge is the 25-year-old dog, the 30-year-old dog that the bully game is talking about. Gray Line is. The dog y'all call Gotti is. Those are the old dogs. Blue Line Kennels had them old dogs. They all had bigger dogs than what you got today. So the question is, why did you shorten them? If it was a pit bull on steroids, how can you sit here and tell me that's a pit bull on steroids you looking at today? That's not, man. And don't nobody got to agree with a lie. It's a lie. You can look at a big old dog and tell that's a big dog. Then you can look at a small dog and see that that's a small-ass dog. The small dogs tore up the bully game. They reconstructed the bully game, man. They changed it. They changed the bully game. It's not your dog. The dog you got is not the dog that's being shown today. It just ain't. Do you think Nemesis looks like Magoo? Yeah, Nemesis is dolichocephalic. Magoo was a little brachiocephalic dog. You see, do you know the difference between dolicho and brachio? Because you seem to like to breed brachio like a mug. It's just not, it wasn't the right dog, y'all. But love talking to my people about dogs. I'm going to stay here. I'm not going nowhere. Nah, it's not the same dog. The dog you making today, it's not the same dog. That's not a 25-year-old dog. That dog like 10, 15 years old. You got Merle dogs. A Merle dog is a herding dog. Never forget that. You get herding dogs that are Merle. You don't get no damn pit bull that's Merle. You ain't never seen a Merle pit bull in the ring. A Merle Staffordshire at the American Kennel Club. These are things that don't happen. They're lying, guys. Alright? Hey, man, stay tuned right here. We're going to keep it real, man. And tap right back in on Face the Bully.